Hey, what's up, guys? This is the pressure test setup that I have. We have a grease gun and a precision gauge. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring it up to the 2300 PSIs and observe the effects on the coil. And from that point, we're just going to go on ahead and keep pressuring up until something happens. 83 PSIs, 156. That one shot gave us 215 PSIs. Just gonna bring it on up to 1,000 real quick. We're at 1,000 on this gauge. And we're slowly creeping there. I don't see any signs of leak yet, which is beautiful. Okay, we're gonna keep on climbing. We're gonna go to 2,000 now. Okay, that right there is in the 2,000 range. We're at 2,000 there. This one here is creeping slowly. Or perhaps it's just a little bit more accurate. Yeah, I'm not right at 2,000. We're leave that going. We're at 2,146. 2,200. We're at 2223. No signs of leak, and we are not using squash washers or anything on this. Give it another shot here. That ought to have done it right there. There it is, 2,300. The coil does appear that it has moved. I've been watching the gauge and not the coil. So she's moved on us a bit there. That's why I got that other camera set up. I'm gonna let this stagnate. It does appear this has moved out of alignment. I don't remember it being that bent. I should have did a better before look. This is the proof mark right here. You can see we moved that far off the proof mark. Or perhaps I may have just bumped the coil pumping this. I've got another camera set up right here. So we'll take a look at that. We're holding at 2,300 PSIs and there's not a leak in sight. This is without, oh, actually I take that back. This end piece is damaged, you guys. I dropped it on the floor. So I buffed the scratches out a little bit, but nonetheless I do see a little drip right there. But like I said, this is damaged and there is no copper seal. Till that drop hits the floor, that may just be a little bit of residual, but I doubt it. I might give this a little bit of a tighten. So I think what we'll do now, we're holding pressure at this 2,300. We'll take it up to 2,500 PSIs. That's when they said things start to unwind, so we'll confirm that. Okay, here goes. We're at 2,400, 2,500 PSI. We're at 2,600 PSIs. And the reason why I want to take this to the max is in case you guys have a pressure excursion. You know, you never know, something might happen. The coil is moving on us, I think. Definitely went crooked a little bit there. See how it looped past the tape. All right, let's crank it on up. That drop has still not hit the ground. So for a damaged tip that was dropped on the floor, we're doing pretty good. Let's get at it here. I'm just kind of holding to show that it's going to hold it. Let's proceed. Here it goes. I'm going to get out of the trajectory. We're at 3,075 PSIs. Oh, that's getting hard to pump. Ugh. We're at 3,363. We're moving. Okay. About at the limits. Pinch myself with the gun almost there. 3,481, 3,500 PSIs right there. See if we can get 4,000. I think it's gonna hit it. Nope. It's about all I can get, guys. We're so close to 4,000 PSIs. I'm gonna give it a shot here. It's not enough leverage anymore. Not enough strength. And I do see a drop of water. Okay, so in the 4,000 PSI regime, we did get that drop of water to fall off there. Nothing on this side. This is the damaged 37-degree face. We seem to have a significant curl. Our deflection is about 5 inches, it looks like. Okay. Not holding that pressure very well. At these pressures, I feel like you're almost starting to expand the pipe a little bit. It certainly can do that because I've put ice in these before, or I guess I put water in them, I should say, and I've frozen the coil. And when you check the diameter with calipers, you can, in fact, expand this pipe with ice. And from my testing, ice seems to give you about 3,000 PSIs because it'll break these brass fittings that also like to break around the 3,000 PSI range. So let's proceed here. We're holding at 3,800 PSIs. So we either lost pressure and stretch, or that one drop of water could represent 200 PSIs. I'm gonna get 2 hands. I don't want to get shot with a fitting. There it is, 4,200 PSIs. Oh, we missed it. We was up to 4,300 PSIs there. I seen it. Let me get that other drop of water out of there. Still no leaks. Not sure how much of this deflection is me wiggling it around, but we have moved quite a ways from our proof mark. We're holding at 4,000, no problem. That's about all I can give you with this gun, guys. They say these things are capable of doing 7,000 PSIs. Just an off-the-shelf grease gun. Here we go, here we go. Jeez. Okay, I think we're gonna hit 5 grand there. There's 4,800 PSI. Not a drop, not a drop. At this point, I'm moving the coil all over. Nothing significant appears to be happening here. I'm not seeing any growth. It looks a little wampus, but we're holding 4,700 PSIs in this bad boy. That kind of pressure in there. So yeah, you would definitely want to put some kind of fingers inside the firebox to hold this thing up. You know, maybe just something sticking out. I don't know what your guys' firebox looks like, but this thing is not going to suspend on its own if you're doing a vertical or horizontal, I guess I meant. Okay, so this did unwind on us, guys. This here was rotated all the way around to here. So this coil section here looks like we did. Let me see here. About, I don't know, you think that's 90 degrees? Almost 90 degrees of rotation on this outer coil, guys. And it did get bigger, you see that? So this outer coil did get bigger. That was not that large. This swung around on us. See how my gauge is keeping us in this position? We're still at 4,600 PSI. So I'm going to shut up and let this marinate, guys, and we'll come back to it. All right, about an additional 10 minutes has passed. and we're still holding 4,500 psi. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this end. Whoa! Yeah. That was pretty drastic. It shot it so far it didn't even hit the ground. Okay, so the coil did relax a little bit, guys. Look at this. Well, it bent the heck out of it. That bend was not there. But you see how this coil has nearly returned to the resting position. This is where we started. Okay, and then so it did move back on us a little bit because you see the helix is now underneath. Just moments ago we saw that it was parallel with the diametric opposite of that other end there. Interesting. So it went back a little bit, but not all the way. So we did go beyond the elastic limit of whatever bend that took place. So that's one thing to keep in mind. If you hit 4,500 psi's, you do go beyond the elastic limit. Otherwise, this would have recoiled right back. We would have been sitting right here where we started. That grease slug shot out of there like a cannon for sure. So there you go, guys. We did get a little bit of bending action here. So a little bit of cribbing wouldn't hurt, but it probably wouldn't have deformed at all had it some type of extra cribbing to it. So there you have it. I'll get the other coils finished as soon as I can, and we will go from there. I'm just going to do the other coils at 2,300 psi's, or was it 22? I'll check my notes to double check. I think we said 2,300, didn't we? All right, fellas, so I speeded up the GoPro footage here so we could watch the coil deform at 4 times the speed. Pretty much with every pump, you can see we get a rotation there. Looks like maybe 5 degrees per pump. I think we're like 2,000 psi's right in here. And we go all the way up to 4,500. So get about a quarter of rotation out of this coil, but I would imagine slice bit crib would work. So I don't have time to test the coil tonight, guys. It's very late. Get the one done as possible, or even something. And so you guys see that shipping rest. I will shipping quote, and we'll figure it out from here. Talk to you guys later.